We have another problem. How the hell do you get the software? Of course, you don't ask that question seriously. We have a problem here. If anybody wants to say he stole this, they better shut the hell up. The people who go after that, they're like Qualcomm and RCA. Seriously, this is never a matter for private, and also never a matter for local law enforcement. Still, you have the problem of me have not been to audio school, not knowing any audio people. There's another problem. The website thing, we have a problem. The website in which Audacity is available, they just added some stuff to solve another problem in the community, but which makes getting this version of the program now impossible. Again, more Disney magic. That's starting to be a big problem. It's a larger problem if you actually go to the construction of the doll here. So aside from being a medical breakthrough, okay, we have a problem. It's incorrect to say that she doesn't have biology inside. And finally, what the hell is that? Okay, that's called the world's most advanced computer. This is a computer peripheral. We'll just say it uses Wi-Fi, but that's a problem. The problem is this is now the American semiconductor effort. To sane people, why you want this and not that crap to design a semiconductor is kind of obvious. Also, frankly, why you want this to really any work with computers is kind of obvious. Seriously. What is that? Like, seriously, what is that? What's like some type of magic thing running on that? You use human shaped stuff to tell stories and stuff. The problem is, yeah, this is like 500 years of development by one person. Yeah, it's kind of obvious that this is required to have the intelligence and wisdom to figure out humanity enough to tell William how to buy food. Here's a problem with that. The simple act of buying food, of course, requires money. There's a larger issue of that, and there's been a recent move to try to get everybody to use plastic cards. There's a larger one in that you can actually buy food and certain things using cryptocurrency, but here's the real problem. The real problem is that a lot of people, especially mentally ill people, bum food off other people. That's actually the horrible problem. William not going to weird places to get food. The problem is him obtaining his food the same way an average Texan obtains it. There are a few problems here. One, the major one is when William walks in the store, he looks like everybody else. That does not typify people who have ever been in a psychiatric hospital. I go to the store like everybody else. There's no problem. There have been some people. Here's the problem. Why he's not going to take a video camera into a grocery store? We're gonna have a problem if there's an attorney who doesn't understand that that is highly illegal. That will bring police fast. Seriously. There's going to be a problem with an attorney somewhere who doesn't understand that. Or asking just a category, why didn't you just take this, please? There's a problem there. The action, for example, of capturing a store display, that is not illegal, provided you follow certain rules, which of course, one of those rules is nobody can actually see that. Seriously. For example, one way that a person can obtain an image of products is discreetly. That's a word. Discreetly using an operation that, for example, captures a whole bunch of nothing of yams. Please. Now, whether or not a crime occurs after that depends on how that image is used. If it's properly cut, seriously, going to be a source of, for example, video game things. But again, that requires a wisdom. That, of course, is part of that level. Now you have a problem there, please. Of course, that's called not causing a problem for society while improving society by providing graphics, whatever. Yeah, that's called normal. That's called being successful. Anyway, the large is of this. We're going to have a problem. Because seriously, any butt idiot knows that seriously, with probably an hour of work, William can make this thing say yes and no, and that's good. But the problem when he says stuff like, "I'm hungry. Do you think I should eat apples?" And thing says yes in a robot voice. And then he goes, "What about steak?" And it says, "No," in a robot voice. I'm going to put this up. Next one's going to be her saying yes and no. We have a problem there. Given that there are no things you can buy, please, there are no robots that you can buy that actually talk to you in a normal manner. We only need to say William putting a little brain together out of brain cells. Not right now.